Hello English learners, welcome back to English Pod. My name is Daniel.
And I'm Emma. Today, Daniel, we're bringing you a great lesson about time.
You need more of it. We need more time, right? So we're going to be teaching you how you can ask for more time if you're working on a project at work and you can't finish it on time. You have to ask your boss for more time, right?
Right? So today in our dialogue, Nick needs more time to complete a marketing report.
What's a marketing report?
Good question. A marketing report is a document that provides data and analysis about marketing efforts. It usually includes information about sales, customer behavior, and campaign performance. These reports help businesses make informed decisions.
That sounds important, so let's listen to our dialogue for the first time. And as always, it's going to be at normal speed, so it might be a little bit difficult to understand. We'll come back in 1 minute and tell you about some of the key language.
So, Nick, how are things going with the marketing report?
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I might need to push the deadline back a little.
You've had several weeks to get this done. Why is there a hold up?
Well, the thing is, we hit a roadblock with gathering some critical data.
I'm not looking for excuses here. I just want this done within the time frame.
I know, and I apologize for the delay, but some things were beyond my control. Our data analyst was on leave, and then we faced a technical issue that postponed the entire process.
I'm not going to let this setback push us further behind. Nick, I need that report as soon as possible.
Alright, so Nick is in trouble, I think.
Yeah, I think his boss is pretty upset.
Yeah. Well, let's take a look at some of the language that we saw in this dialogue in vocabulary preview.
Vocabulary preview.
First word today is time frame.
Time frame. So, Daniel, what's a time frame?
It's the period within which something must be completed. For example, if your boss says you have 2 weeks to finish a project, that's your time frame.
Right. Okay, let's look at our next word, postpone.
Postpone.
If you postpone something, it means you delay or reschedule it for a later time.
Exactly. For instance, the meeting was postponed until next week.
Now, let's look at our next word, hold up.
Hold up.
Hold up. So in our dialogue, Nick mentioned a hold up. Let's listen to some more examples.
Example 1, there was a hold up in production due to supply chain issues.
Example 2, we had a hold up with the paperwork, so everything got delayed.
Example 3, a sudden change in requirements caused a hold up in the project.
So it's clear now, right?
Right, a hold up is an unexpected delay or obstacle.
Our next word is tight schedule.
Tight schedule.
Tight schedule. So when you're on a tight schedule, you have very limited time to complete tasks.
Exactly. For example, we are working on a tight schedule, so we can't afford any delays.
And our last word is setback.
Setback.
A setback is a problem that slows progress or delays completion.
Right, like losing the data was a major setback for the project. Okay, so there were some really useful phrases that we saw in this dialogue.
Yeah, some wonderful phrases that you can use when you want to ask for more time.
Okay, so let's look at these phrases in Fluency Speaking Developer.
Fluency Speaking Developer.
Alright, what's our first phrase?
Can we push the deadline back?
Can we push the deadline back?
Can we push the deadline back? This is a polite way to ask for an extension.
For example, can we push the deadline back by a week to finalize the details?
Great. Our next phrase is, I need some leeway on this.
I need some leeway on this.
I need some leeway on this? When you need leeway, you're asking for some flexibility or extra time.
Right, like I need some leeway on this report to gather more data.
Our next phrase is, we hit a roadblock.
We hit a roadblock.
We hit a roadblock. This means encountering an issue that prevents progress.
For example, we hit a roadblock with the new software implementation.
Another useful phrase is, I'm falling behind schedule.
I'm falling behind schedule.
I'm falling behind schedule. This means you're not meeting the expected timeline.
Like, I'm falling behind schedule due to unexpected issues.
And finally, let's revisit the timeline.
Let's revisit the timeline.
Let's revisit the timeline. That means suggesting to review the current schedule and make adjustments.
For example, let's revisit the timeline to see if we can adjust some tasks.
So we've seen some great words and phrases. Now, let's listen to our dialogue for the last time, and then we'll come back and talk more.
So, Nick, how are things going with the marketing report?
Yeah, I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I might need to push the deadline back a little.
You've had several weeks to get this done. Why is there a hold up?
Well, the thing is, we hit a roadblock with gathering some critical data.
I'm not looking for excuses here. I just want this done within the time frame.
I know, and I apologize for the delay, but some things were beyond my control. Our data analyst was on leave, and then we faced a technical issue that postponed the entire process.
I'm not going to let this setback push us further behind. Nick, I need that report as soon as possible.
Well, Emma, do you think Nick's reasons for being late are valid?
I think so, because some things were really beyond his control.
Yeah, but maybe his boss thinks he's making excuses.
Maybe. Well, I want to hear from our listeners. Go to our website and send us your comments.
Exactly. Until next time, it's goodbye.